1,001 ideas hanging over my head, just a little light. Nothing more. Never working any better than a click of a switch. What's getting to me right now is that I'm being avoided. I'm being avoided, put aside week after week. I've asked the same person, can you please return to me the paper I gave to you 3 years ago? Yes, I will do it. Yes, I will do it. Now it's been 2 months. Yes, I will do it. What is my next move? My next move is now I have to go to a special group. They call them the Men of the Wall. I have to seek a notary in order to get these papers again. It will cost me money and 2 months of my time to get something I already have that somebody, for some reason, just doesn't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? It's very important to me, but they just don't give a shit. Or this paper, if I get it, it will connect my right side to my left side. And it seems like nobody wants me to connect my right side to my left side, which is at 102. Now, what I want to show you about this is we start here. We go up inside its own round space. We hit its round dome, and we come back over here. In here, we enlighten. We enlighten this side, and we enlighten this side. In turn, this side and this side. Come back to enlighten. Actually, it should be over here. To enlighten this one and this one. With these enlightening and this one, you now can live through this one under here. But this one went underneath and over here. We light up 1, 2, 3. You see this over here, the way it lights? This becomes your E letter. You see the way you have your W? Your W comes out where 1, the E part of the letter, goes in this way, and the other 2s of the E's go out the other way. Now, I may have made a mistake because the E is shorter than that. So the question is, why is it shorter? Because this reaches out to the end. This doesn't reach out at all. And this one stretches out to the end here. Okay? Everybody knows about number 5, right? Number 5 is the C. Where's my light? Here's number 5, the long-necked goose. Up, the neck, the Adam's apple, of course, the passage, right? You have to understand what everything means. So we're going to go back here, and we're going to wind up with this. What I wanted to talk about with this is .com, 315, 315, ace. It says CO is the ace of AC. It owns, 315 owns 1 and 3. 3 times 15 is the 45. It owns the corner. 3 times 1 times 5 is 15, all in its own. This becomes 15 alone. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 will equal to 11. This one over here will equal 7 and 19. 26 minus 11 or plus 11 equals to 37. 37 is a part of creation of the third wing of 3 times 7. 3 plus 7 equals 10, and 21 equals 31. 10 gets 6 equals to 37. .com. The com, the M, comes together. This is 3. Okay, it's a group of 3 and 1, and it's a group with 5, and it's a group of 1 and 3. So it's 3, 1, 5, 1, 3. This is the first one. It's coming in, but here it's the .com, so it's all on the same side. 3, 1, 5 gets center because of what it does over here with this dot. Net is 1, 4, 5, E5, and T20. Becomes 26, becomes 8, 5 becomes 5, 5 becomes 5 and 4, 9 equals 9, 5, 4. Means the net way into this is a 9-8 heaven, H and I. Okay, the one thing I wanted to mention about that, forget the numbers, 2014.net says, which is 10. Okay, forget all these numbers. What I want to say is NE is also for northeast. And if you take a look, they're both valued at 5 and 5 northeast. Northeast 20. Well, that'd be in Montreal. Now you have enterprising. You ever seen the thing enterprising? Enterprising, this is what gave me this idea. The enterprising is entre la prise. Surprise, surprise, surprise. All surprise, all for laughs, all for gags. Okay? And surprise, okay, is a surprise. But in surprise is a surcharge or an overcharge. An entreprise means it's between the plug. Between the plug. What is the entreprise? Is the little bolt that screws in. So that bolt has a relevance when you're plugging in your voltage to the wall. It does mean something. And this becomes your Minnesota Viking. It's all about the Vikings. I saw a map of the states. Texas is open, and North Dakota and the Vikings are open up there. So those two parts may not come with their puzzle. You know, they can't get the whole puzzle because this world was made by somebody else. They just overrid the numbers. You know, like the little outline on all the window takes over everything, but under the window was what the reality is. Well, we're going to go back to one more here. I want to do something with S, looks like 5. E looks like 3, but it's the fifth letter. 5 and 3 come together. S is 19, equals to 10, equals to 7. So south in this letter equals to a lot more than just south. Up in this corner in low shoe is 4 and 6. Why? Because it's this angle. If you run it this angle, you are using the letter N. If you run it this angle, you are using the letter Z. N and Z are the creation of two 90-degree angles. Where is that? N and Z are created by two 90-degree angles, 45-degree angles here and here. Here are the crossings. What do you call these crossing equilateral lines? I just call these the 90-degree crossing lines because they go this way and this way. The other ones go this way. When you read the calculator, right, you have to read this on the calculator. You have to read this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. You have to know that 4 and 8 is in between here and here. When you read the 5 and the 1 and the 9, you know it's between divided and closing off the calculator. So it's either you're closing off the calculator, turning it on, or you're dividing. 2, 6 is between 0, which is the sixth world, which would be 626, and the multiplication world. And the minimum you can multiply is 2. The maximum you can multiply is 4. It's just the way it goes. 4 times anything, never past 10. 4 times 2.222. 4 times, you can't go 4 times 3. You can go 3 times 333, but you can't go 4 times because you can't pass the 10. The 7 world, the 10 world, the 13. How about going into the 10 world, going left to 7, or going right to 13? How about 1 and 3 equals 4? And putting 4 in the center of 7 and 7 and go 747, or 4774. Because the Christ is living in the middle, he has it in his heart. So you reverse the numbers. You follow what I'm saying? So are we back onto these numbers? So your N only is created because of this angle. Your N and Z come together by a crisscrossing angle over here. And if we take this calculator and try to figure out where that would be, where is the top of this Z? If I would pull it over to here, I would be on this angle. The 9, the 5, and the 1, or the 7, the 5, and the 3. The 3, 5, and 7, okay, are the gun. That would be your N. The 1, 5, and 9, that would be your Z. If it was in low shoe, okay, this one would be 8, this one would be 2. If this was in low shoe, this would be 4, this would be 6. So your N is 4, 6, saying Zion, Israel. 6 times 4, 6 plus 4 equals 34. The only 34, 3 and 4 missing in between 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 and 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, or 5 times 5, nothing has 34 in it. Okay, and 4 and 5 is not created. 4 and 5 is created after, because 3 and 6 creates all 9s. 3 and 6 is one of the 9s, and hello, it creates 18, which is 2 of the 9s. 3 and 6 creates the first 9. The next 9 is 1 and 8. So you have 1 and 8. So the first way to do it is 2 times 9 is 18. 3 times 9 is 27. 4 times 9 is 36. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 times 9 is 36. You don't have to go to a mathematical school to figure out that every division and every marking has its own intellectual value. So we're going to bring it back to southwest. Which way are these pages going? I'm going backwards and forward and forward and backwards. So you bring it into southwest. West equals 23. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals to 11. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 plus 6 is 11 equals 41. Add 6. In here is going to say number 47 somewhere. 42 and 5. Southwest, opposite of east. 42 plus 5 is 47. This is your time clock right here. East to southwest. I know it. 24 is the 24 hours a day, plus 5 is the Christ. 24 and 5 minus 5 is 19 is the loop. This right here, this is the corner we're playing right now. 24, the difference is 18, means we're running 2 9s in here. 66, 2 worlds in here. 5 6 5, this is the one we're running. Southeast, east to southwest. This is the part we have to look at. So this is the numbers. If you look at 1 and 4 equals 5, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 is 5, and 4 is 20. That's the 5 and 4 that cannot create 4 and 3. This is your low shoe number. Okay? Your 1 is up over here. Inside the hole is number 1. Inside the hole is number 5. Okay? In the center of the hole is the passage. Okay? This is not number 5. Sorry, this is number 5. Everything is a half a step. I keep forgetting. Everything is a half a step. Here to in, you have 2 steps. You're standing over here. You take 1 step, you're on the line. You take the next step, you're off the line. You take your 3rd step, you're on. Or your 2nd step, you're on, standing on 2. 1 to the middle and 2 on, and bring your last step equals to 3 plus the 2 steps that you had already. Put your foot here and put your foot here. Well, you know what? Let's just go play hopscotch. I didn't do hopscotch yet, did I? In fact, I probably didn't do a lot of stuff yet. So you understand where we're going? So north, east, west, and south, where the N, okay, the understanding to the N and the Z are playing in a different world. It's playing in a different world, the N and Z, because this is the N and Z. This is why they show like this in our world. In the other world, they're both in one. They go east-west, okay, they go cross 90 degrees, and then they go on 2 45-degree angles. One starting on the right side of the center post, one starting on the left side. It'd be like on one side of the planet and diameters across on the other side. And then we'd come down. The H and I are the same thing. The H and I are the same thing. How do you create the H and I? This barrier over here that crosses, okay, we'll do the same reflection a little bit lower, and once she crosses again, she will create your I inside of it. At the same time, your I is up here, from here to here. All your crossings and levels are I's because they're borderline. They're borderline, it changes another level. What's the real value of an F? How do you get a real F? This F shows 2 sides. This F curves the line of 4 boxes, but then it goes above it, the hook. The hook automatically shows it's only one side of the center of another center of the incoming, like I showed in the previous picture. Do you see this? This is the point. This is what helps your eye guide to this point. Since we can't see, what is this point saying? We put out the wings a little bit more. So if it's tilted just to the right, this wing will tell us, or this wing will tell us. But this point has to be upright and sharp. These wings have to be a little bit softer. The B letter, B to B, inside B versus B is an O. C and C encompassing each other show you the I, and at the same time they start at the top, they work down and around, and they hold on to the I. The C holds the I, 3 and 9. Another thing I wanted to mention is this one over here. We have one of these, just one. I put these 2 arms on this one at the end here. Then I put those 2 arms on the end here. Then I put those 2 arms on the end here. I will show you this again. I want to show this properly. Okay. We will do this. But over here, when we reach over here, we must do this. I must do this, and I must do this. This one splits. This one gets to carry. This is on the cross. Why does this do that? Because in pulling apart the 120-degree angle of the Mercedes sign, one of them runs down a straight line because it has to be even between the 2 sides. So when it does do that, okay, the house is born right over here. So we can cut this off. So the line goes from here to here, and here is your X. And the line goes from here to here, and here is your X. And then the line goes from here to here, and here is your X. So you have your X here, and your X here. Okay? So this is 1, 2, 3 equals to 72. See these here? This equals to Jack and Jack. These equal to Jack. Why? Because you start up here, you run the straight line over here at the top, okay? And you have to run all the way around to come up to halfway up. And the same thing to come to halfway up. Now I know I'm going to show you one picture. This one goes over to this one. Then this one goes to this one. This one goes to this one. Okay, then this one is on this side, and this one is on this side. This one comes around, and it goes down to this one. This one comes around and goes to this one. And now you have something to do with your sex organs the way you want. At the same time, it passes here, and it passes here. These four corners it passes. It's supposed to go over here. So it passes over here, and it ends up over here. Do you understand? The four corners are automatic. So it's an automatic cutoff. There's an automatic cutoff zone. The most it can say is the number that it is. So anyways, where we were right now was over here. So this was the 120-degree silver Mercedes sign. You split it at the bottom, it becomes Y. You split it at the top, it becomes 2 by 1, and it's the carrier. It's spreading out his arms. Only the arms can do this. These have to be the legs. These have to be the arms. Or these are the arms, and these are the legs. Irregardless, you see the spread, how close it is to the ground? Well, this is how your head is. So that would be where the head would be. So you're holding up something here, and you're holding up something here. Here is 1, here is 3. This is the operator. Call this 10, call this 12. 10 is on the left, 12 is on the right. 10 becomes 7, 12 becomes 3, 7, 0, 3 is the number. And it's 309. Do you got my number? Because we're in the double world of everything gets doubled. You understand? We stretch out from 1. We share this one to here and here. And this one keeps going to this side. And that one goes to that side. And here you have a single X. And on this side over here, if you create the B properly, it does a V instead of a B. Okay? This is your W, which is number 23. And 24 equals 47 time, plus the value in the center. Now, I know the garbage design looks like a mess. What I'm trying to show you is, let's do it again. We take it from here and we go to here. Then we take it and we go from here to here. And we take it and we go from here to here. So here is the X, and here is the 3. Okay, but this cuts it off. This cuts it off over here. It cuts off over here. So this cutoff equals X, 1, 3, 37, or 10 and 13, 23. Irregardless, I know what I'm talking about, and I'm forcing real hard to try and explain it, and I don't feel successful. I do see certain numbers. I should keep the videos short. The southwest, east, north, there's definitely a ton of codes in there to be made up. Not that the codes are there. Codes to make up from what we already have. Just the letters in the alphabet are codes in themselves. Put more than one together, you make it be whatever you can make from it is what the codes will become to be. If the codes are not there, we'll create it. If there's any kind of reality, if there's no reality, then we'll forget it. But if somebody remembers it one day, there must have been somebody's reality come true. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Wow, 10 days of this beard. Wow. It's got to come off, eh? Look at that.